It's been a while. Getting back into it. Figured I'd give it a shot here and see what happens. It's been a while. I feel rusty. I've upgraded some things. I got a new extra OT light, so now I have two. One over the center. If you didn't see it yesterday, I replaced my wet palette. Also, I don't know, ready to go. I've been stuck doing so many things that's not miniature painting. I had some the things that I was painting were projects that I couldn't really stream about, although I've decided from here on that anything that I'm painting for Amazing Figure Modeler, I'm just going to go ahead and stream while I'm working on that, because it doesn't make sense really anymore not to. But I wanted to get started. I'm still working on my Silver Tower set. I've bought tons of stuff here recently that I want to get started on, but I want to just stick to my original plan, was getting all the heroes done for Silver Tower, and that's where I'm at. I still have a few more to go, and this is the one I have, this Tzeentch Sorcerer. So I figured might as well start there, and I'll be streaming a lot more now for the rest of the summer and into the fall. I picked up one of these Citadel things. I think I said something about it earlier. Oh, and I cut my beard. I shaved it off completely, but we'll see. Anyway, picked up one of these. I'm gonna try it out, as opposed to the ones that I normally use, which have the little handle on the top, which I think I like better. I don't know. We'll see, because I like holding things like that, and since it doesn't have that, I don't know. I'll see if I missed it or not. But I want to go ahead and start on this. I learned a long time ago. I'm not the best miniature painter in the world, but what I learned as a kid was, and I think it was back in a White Dwarf, was paint like you're dressing the character or dressing the figure. And I've done that with garage kits and miniatures and stuff ever since then. So I almost always start with the flesh. I think this is going to be the same thing here. Going to start with the flesh. There isn't much on this guy in terms of flesh. He has 2 legs, a hand, an extra arm in there, his face, and this arm here. So there isn't much. I'm going to start, I think, with this might be a mistake. I kind of really like... So Pallid Witch Flesh could be my base, is what I think I was going to do. But I did pick up... Let me see if I can find it. I almost like this better. This Deepkin Flesh. It has a slight blue... Or even that one. I don't know. I'll use this for highlighting and stuff. Let's start with this. Let's give this a try. I don't think I've used it yet. Give it a shake. I haven't even opened it. Brand new. Yeah, yesterday I got my... Taking it off to see how that purple lasted. Let's see. I purposely left some in overnight to see what would happen, and it looks... Wow, that thinned out quite a bit. They said it's going to take a little getting used to in terms of how it hydrates your paint. So I figured I'd give it a shot now. I think I had overfilled this in the beginning. The only thing I'm not liking so far is the paper does not reach to the edge of the palette, which, oh well. I'll just make sure next time we may get a little closer. But that's where I'm at. Let me get this clean. But I'm just going to start with some Deepkin Flesh as a base coat. Probably not even going to be able to pick this up on there. But it does have a slight blue tint to it. It's kind of like a really nice starting point, I think, for a lot of pale figures from here on out for me, if I'm going to need it. I think I'm just going to get a bit of water. I don't have my water set up to see it. I'm just going to get a tiny drop of water and mix that in. thin it down because I want this to be. I went ahead and pre-shaded a lot of this. Well, the whole thing actually. So I do want this a little bit thinner and more glaze style. But let's go. See how it goes. And I was thinking, I was trying to set up Twitch on my tablet in front of me so I could see the chat better, but it's not working. So I'll have to figure that out later. It's going to be hard to pick this up, but just going to do a couple, just like Duncan says, 2 thin coats. Man, I feel like I have not painted a miniature in months. The last miniature, if you can even call it that, was that big dragon I was working on. I worked on some baseball guys, and then my entry for Model Club, which I might figure out a way to show that on here at some point. Yeah, I like this color. I don't know if you can even see it. Yeah. Probably gonna not go too long tonight, just because I want to work out some kinks. So you might see me on and off, but yeah, I want to figure out that streaming, the chat thing, because I have to look over there and to see everything. And I'm kind of, it's hard. I want to be able to just look up and see it. So, which would take either moving my laptop or setting up some other system. And on my phone, the Twitch app says that I'm on. But for some reason, it didn't do it on my tablet. If someone knows, let me know. I'm just using a regular Citadel layer brush here to do this base coating. Let me see, maybe I can mess with this. Let me change. Sorry. This is coming up as still painting that fleshless one. Let me save that. All right. All right, I think I can see the chat up there. It's from Twitch, but yeah, that works. But if you're chatting from YouTube, I have to look over there, I think. All right. This focus thing I gotta get. Straightened out as well. Looking forward to getting this finished because I want to move on to some of that Soul Wars stuff. And I want to get some Blood Bowl stuff. And I don't know, that Soul Wars stuff is so good. And I still have so much other stuff I feel like I'm helplessly behind. I'm sure like a lot of you feel. Just keep buying when I shouldn't. And tomorrow there's that Cthulhu Cool Mini or Not game is kickstarting, so I want that one. There's a huge Cthulhu kit in there. That looks really nice. And yeah, not to mention I got a bunch of other board games that came in. But I'm liking the wet palette. It's feeling better than the Masterson's one. And I think maybe while a wash is drying on this, I might base coat something else so I'm not wasting time. Yeah, that looks okay. I like this color. I like it. Keep forgetting where I'm at on the camera. It is kind of chalky, I can already tell, but all whites are like that. I don't understand. Chalky whites. Early Kyle. Now the back of that is armor. Let me hit this toe again. This foot. So what I'm thinking is this kind of flash blue tinge to it, purple loincloth thing, tunic, and blue armor, gold trim. That's my idea. I want to keep it close to what I've seen, but we'll see. And like I said, still very, very new to this streaming thing, so help me out. Let me know what I need to fix, change. It's nerve-wracking. I'm so used to painting alone and not having to worry about anything, and I've taught classes on painting, but not. That's nerve-wracking. But this is a whole nother level of insanity. Something you're so used to doing alone, but now I'm not going to have that, but I could have a couple people watching at once, which is still, it's weird thinking that. And the window closes periodically. Let me see. And that's Jamie stomping around upstairs. Maybe the hedgehog I got a hedgehog recently. That maybe they'll start on the wheel. Let's see if you can see the difference there. Not much. I think after the wash is. What the heck is that? What is that? You see that? His finger? No, you can kind of see it on there. Alright. What else? I feel like I'm behind on so much stuff. Haven't seen any really movies at the theater this summer. Kind of want to see Jurassic Park. Hopefully Jamie will stop stomping. She won't. I'm going to have to figure out foam to go in there to deaden some of that sound. It's the beauty of hardwood floors. They look great, but they're loud. And she's cleaning, so I can't say anything or she'll stop cleaning. She has to get it done. Alright, not much going on there. It's trying pretty quick, which is a good sign. I really don't like Citadel brushes. I forgot how much. The wash brush I love. The other ones, yeah, I'll move on to the other ones later. They separate at the end. They get nasty. So far I'm liking the handle. It is a little easier to like flip around and move around than having to worry about that, the finger holster or whatever you want to brace. The trick here is going to be blending to those horns. We'll see when that comes, how it goes. And the eyes are pronounced, but I'm worried that once I get going here, it's going to lose some of that. So I'm going to paint up the horns a bit. Under a little more. And I'm trying to work out a schedule. I want to do this on a more regular basis. So it might be Monday nights, it might be Tuesdays, maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays. It all is going to depend on how work goes this year when I start back teaching. I'm at a new school this year, and I don't know how that's going to go. So I can paint since I'm on summer break, I might do a little more during the day. I just save them to YouTube and post them later, because I know a lot of people won't be able to watch them live. Or you can watch it while you're at work. And turn this a little more. Yeah, this Deepkin flash really kind of worked. It was a nice starting point. If you can tell or not. Yeah, a little bit. So let's make sure that things are dry. Fingers a little more. Looks like there's a little flaw in his lip, which later on may pose a problem, but right now I'm just going to try and fill it with paint. Didn't notice that before. I think this is almost ready, and I might cut it short tonight to do some working on just technical sides of the stream here. I want to get that chat set up, but I'm gonna hit this with a hair dryer and do a slight wash on this and see how it turns out. So let's do that. Always do. Why didn't I get a heads up? Right here. Hit this horn a little bit too. Sorry it's a bit awkward to see in there, but you know, they're not all going to be perfect. So, hit that again. I think I decided, wash-wise, going to do a little bit of Drakenhof Nightshade as my wash. So, oops, I don't want to put this on the wet palette, but how bright orange that top is. So I'm going to get a little bit of Lamian medium. Not going to need a lot of this today. I don't want this to be. Just get that in there. let's... Nah, let's just go. Let's just stick with this. All right. I don't want to get too in the weeds here. So I'm just going to brush this everywhere. Yeah, that works. I'm going to come back later and just do those highlights. Jamie is still stomping around. And just going to throw some on his hands. Actually looks okay. Underneath. Now she's breaking things, it sounds like. Maybe a little more blue. So this looks just kind of gray. That's getting blown out. I missed the back of his arm. I don't know what she's doing. That's funny. All right. Let's see. Kind of got in there. I'm going to let that dry. I might go back with some Gilliam Blue and put that in, because that just looks like Dead Guy to me instead of Tzeentch Sorcerer. That's looking okay. We'll let that cure. We'll let that stop for a minute. And just a little bit of this. And then I'm going to come back later this evening after she goes to bed. This. Yep, I like that a little better. Yep, better. I'm really going to slop this stuff on there. It's changing everything quite a bit nicely. We can see the difference There is. And this is definitely, I thinned it down. Sorry, trying to stay on camera. Ugh. It's too much in the center there. Okay, that's better. Ah, it's coming back. See about lowering this. Alright, I'm going to let that dry for a little bit, and I'm going to come back on later this evening and work a little bit more on that skin. I don't want to rush that, and I think if I hit it with a hair dryer, it's just going to blow it out of there. So, let that dry. I think it's looking okay. It will start. Lose some of that in there, but I'm going to go with that for now. And that's my base coat and first wash. We'll start from there. Might do a second wash while I'm off camera. Alright, I'll be back a little bit later.